In a tranquil valley nestled between snow-capped mountains, there existed an ancient monastery, a place where time seemed to stand still. Morning mist would curl around the stone pillars, and the chanting of monks would echo gently across the courtyards. Among those seeking peace was a young monk named Tenzin, whose eyes still held the curiosity of youth, and whose heart, though committed to his spiritual path, was sometimes restless with the distractions of the world. Tenzin had chosen this life of solitude and discipline, hoping to master the art of stilling the mind. Every day he rose before dawn, bathed in the golden hues of sunrise, and sat in meditation, seeking to cultivate inner silence. Yet even in this sacred refuge, he found that the mind could wander. Vivid memories and desires would sometimes intrude, unbidden and persistent, challenging his resolve. One afternoon, as the soft light of the setting sun painted the courtyard in warm shades of amber and rose, a traveler appeared at the monastery's gates. She was a woman of stunning beauty, her presence radiant and serene, yet undeniably captivating. She had come seeking wisdom, hoping to learn from the monks about the path to enlightenment. The abbot welcomed her graciously, and she was permitted to stay as a guest for a few days. Tenzin, assigned to look after the needs of the visitors, found himself in her company more often than he expected. In the garden, he would bring her tea, and in the library, he would fetch her scrolls. Each time their eyes met, he felt a flutter in his chest, a gentle but insistent stirring of emotion. He noticed the warmth of her smile, the grace in her movements, and try as he might, he could not easily banish these impressions from his mind. At night, as he returned to his small candlelit cell, Tenzin was troubled. He wished to be free from these distractions, to focus his mind on meditation and the teachings of the Buddha. He recalled the words of his master, "The mind is like a restless monkey, leaping from branch to branch. To calm it, you must be gentle, patient, and wise." Determined to overcome his thoughts, Tenzin sought counsel from the wise old abbot, who listened patiently to his confession. The abbot smiled kindly, his eyes twinkling with understanding. "You are not the first, nor will you be the last, to confront such thoughts," he said. "Desire is a natural force, neither good nor bad. It is what we do with it that shapes our journey." He advised Tenzin to approach his thoughts not as enemies, but as teachers. "When a thought arises, acknowledge it," the abbot instructed. "Observe it without judgment. Ask yourself, what is the nature of this desire? What does it teach me about myself?" Tenzin followed this advice. The next time he felt his mind drawn to images of the beautiful woman, he did not scold himself or try to force the thoughts away. Instead, he observed them as though they were clouds drifting across a clear sky. He noticed the sensations in his body, the longing in his heart, and he simply breathed, returning again and again to the rhythm of his breath. He realized that his attraction was not just about physical beauty. It was a longing for connection, for warmth, for understanding. He saw that these were deeply human desires, shared by all. By shining the light of awareness on his thoughts, he began to feel more compassionate towards himself. Slowly, he learned other ways to redirect his mind. When distracted, he would rise and walk through the monastery gardens, letting the colors and fragrances of the flowers fill his senses. He would dedicate his prayers and actions to the well-being of others, shifting his focus from his own desires to compassion for all beings. He found solace in the simple acts of kindness, helping a fellow monk, tending to the garden, or offering a kind word to a visitor. Tenzin also discovered the power of gratitude. Each time he felt overwhelmed by desire, he would remind himself of the blessings in his life. The peace of the monastery, the wisdom of his teachers, the beauty of nature all around him. Gratitude became an anchor, grounding him in the present moment. Over time, the thoughts that once seemed so powerful began to lose their grip. The woman's visit came to an end, and she departed with words of thanks and a graceful bow. Tenzin watched her go, feeling a gentle ache in his heart, but also a sense of peace. He had not banished desire, but he had learned to see it for what it was, a passing wave on the surface of the mind. He understood now that to remove certain thoughts from the mind is not to fight them, but to understand them, to let them rise and fall without attachment. In doing so, he found a deeper freedom, one rooted in acceptance and self-awareness. The seasons changed, and Tenzin continued his journey. The lessons he learned remained with him, guiding him through moments of temptation and doubt. He shared his experience with younger monks, encouraging them to treat themselves with patience and kindness on their own paths. The story of Tenzin and the beautiful traveler became a gentle reminder. The mind is a landscape, ever-changing, filled with sunshine and shadow. By meeting each thought with awareness and compassion, anyone can find serenity, even in the presence of distraction. In the end, the path to removing unwanted thoughts is not about erasing them, but about understanding their nature, learning from them, and gently guiding the mind back to stillness. It is a practice of patience, wisdom, and above all, self-compassion, a journey that leads, step by step, toward true inner peace.